Hey everyone, welcome back. So if you're new to my channel, I'm Bree's Tarot. This is Bree. And if you are already a subscriber, welcome back. So I'm doing a part 2 on like what are your psychic abilities, possible psychic abilities. I made a video like this when my channel was brand new. So I'm using different cards right now, and yeah, we'll just see what we get, okay? Because like someone watched my first video that I did, and they said the pile that they chose felt more like a general daily reading than like a psychic abilities reading, and like that can mean many things. It can mean like, you know, this is just something that you embody on a daily basis, or maybe I'll just go a little more in depth. But obviously when it comes to tarot, it's not like there's or there probably is, but it's not like I'm using a deck on psychic abilities, you know. It's like whatever messages come up is just what's gonna come up, and if your psychic abilities aren't that strong or whatever, then it's not gonna show up in your reading. I can't force messages, I'm not going to. So yeah, we're just gonna see what we get. Remember, it's just energies and current energies basically. So whenever you're watching this, it will be a timeless reading, but whenever you're watching this, it'll just be the energy that you pick up, okay? But let's just see if I get any more messages that have evolved from the first reading, okay? I did this with a poll, and more people voted for this one, okay? So I'll put time stamps in the description and the comments, and you can do a personal reading on my website and all that. I just put astro charts on my website so you can see like the moon phases. Right now, there's a new moon in Gemini when I'm recording this, and you can see the transits and everything. You can plug in your own natal chart and all that stuff. That's on my website now. That's hosted by Astro Charts. Really cool. And yeah, just check out different readings that I offer, okay? So let's just get started, all right? We have pile 1, this red bracelet, pile 2, purple bracelet, pile 3, the tiger's eye bracelet, okay? You can choose as many piles as you want. You can maybe watch like 2 different piles or just take messages from all 3. I don't care what you do. But let's just get started, okay? So yeah, for those of you who chose pile number 1 with the red bracelet, what are your possible psychic abilities, okay? We have the Lovers, the 5 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, 10 of Cups in the reverse, the Sun card, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, something about change could be very prevalent here. We have first quarter, 5th house, creativity, and waning crescent. Okay, so again with the whole 5th house thing. So let's see, because when I was shuffling, I saw a couple of these cards, and I was just like, huh, like, well, how is that? How would that be psychic abilities, psychic gifts? But like, give me a second. It's very interesting with the Lovers. It's like, I see like duality here, you know, because like the Lovers card, it's like these 2 people holding hands, and then the 5 of Wands, those 2 people like fighting, basically. Also, the 3 of Pentacles, you have 2 people with like a little chameleon, basically, with them. I am getting like this sense of duality here, okay? Like I said, the 5 of, or just in general, the number 5 is very important here, and 5 symbolizes change. But this is very interesting how it's laid out like this. I'm gonna look really quickly at just like the house placements and the moon phases as well. So this is a very light-hearted energy with the 5 or the 5th house. This is like creativity. So this is like your house where you would like see, you know, your children, okay? Or just general, like, you know, pleasures and entertainment and hobbies and stuff like that, okay? This could be saying that you could channel your psychic abilities through like basic hobbies. So a lot of you guys could be like, you know, tarot readers. You could, you know, use crystals. Like you could physically be doing something that can enhance your abilities. I'm also getting like some of you guys could be a Gemini or a Leo, because those are the signs that are showing up here. But also with Gemini, that too is something with duality. Now, how would that apply with psychic abilities? I'm almost getting like it could be like an empathic thing, you know, because like, you know, you're taking the energy of other people around you, like that type of thing. Or it could also just be saying like you could have like a couple different abilities basically at your disposal, pretty much. I am getting like a lot of different energy shifts here. It's like conflict, love, cooperation, non-cooperation, like, you know, so yeah, I'm kind of feeling like yeah, you might really embody other people's emotions. Let me look at the moon phases really quickly. So the first quarter, is taking action, making moves and pushing through any obstacles that are revealed. And then the waning crescent is surrender, a time for recuperation and rest. I feel like this is almost saying like not even the abilities that you have, but ways that you possibly got it, okay? So I feel like for some of you, or for a big majority of you, your psychic abilities are coming through to you from a soulmate, twin flame connection with another person, obviously. So with that, it could be like a telepathic type of communication, but I feel like it's untapped. I feel like this energy is still fighting. I feel like there's a lot of stubborn energy here, okay? So I don't really think that it's like acknowledged, at least not with this specific ability. I might pull a couple more cards just to kind of clarify this a little bit. Thank you, Spirit. Please clarify this for pile number 1. This is kind of confusing. Pile number 1's psychic abilities. What do you mean by these cards? Please give us a clearer answer. Okay, 4 of Wands, that is a twin flame connection, but it's like a breakdown in communication. And the Queen of Pentacles kind of wanted to show up a little bit in the reverse. I feel a throat chakra could be blocked. I start coughing. There definitely is an imbalance here. So I again, like, this is what I mean when I'm like, the reading is just gonna come out how it's gonna come out. So it's like, sorry if it's not like the answer you fully want, but I feel like you could have multiple psychic abilities, but this one that wanted to show itself the most has to do with like another person, but it's not fully cooperating. It could be you not cooperating or them not cooperating. I'm also kind of getting like you may be able to channel your spirit baby, which is like they could be sending you messages for your connection that you have with your person. But I really just feel like this type of ability is still untapped. I just keep saying that because, like, seriously, it's like a lack of cooperation here with the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. But it is clarifying like a soulmate connection here. I feel this is more talking about like potential for psychic ability. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like when you actually come together with your person, you will have this like stronger sense of like psychic attunement basically, but right now it's just blocked. Okay, that's what I'm getting. it's like you're fighting it. You're fighting this sense that you have, like this sixth sense that you have. It's not coming through to you. It's not coming through to me. So it's like, not to say that you don't have any, you know, psychic abilities, but again, I feel like it's still developing. It's still just not really explored, not fully awakened. There's just a lot of stubborn energy here. It's more like something that's coming in, like it's about to show up, but you need to like, it's like you need to kind of surrender to the divine right now. You could also, yeah, be very in touch with the divine. I just feel like your psychic ability is really coming from a divine connection here. So think of it this way. I feel like when you both come together, it's like, I'm thinking of like that episode of That's So Raven years ago, where you know, Raven's a psychic and her best friend Chelsea was into this one guy, and he also had psychic visions, and basically when Raven and this guy kissed, they both shared a vision of an event, and the vision was a lot stronger, okay? So yeah, seriously, I feel like it's like your abilities will be a lot stronger when you're actually with your person, but because you're not with them right now, there's like a breakdown in communication, there's stubbornness on either one end or the other, or both, like both of you guys are being stubborn with this connection. It's really driving away these like otherwise, you know, remarkable abilities you could have, okay? It's just like, again, that's what I meant when I kept saying duality, duality, duality. Like, I'm just getting a lot of Gemini energy, so I'm actually going to look at Gemini and look at the weakness of Gemini, just to kind of see what's happening here. Okay, like the weakness for Gemini: exaggerating, deceptive, cunning, superficial, and inconsistent, okay? I feel like your psychic abilities are very inconsistent. Again, they're not fully developed. It could be a lot of throat chakra, also sacral chakra. I mean, well, yeah, sacral is a little bit orange, but I meant to say solar plexus chakra. That's blocked. It's just very unactive right now. You need to give it air to breathe. You're not allowing these abilities to really come forward, okay? Maybe some meditation could help. Some type of chakra balance, like, you know, meditation. You're fighting with yourself. You're fighting the connection, you're fighting your abilities, your visions that you're getting. You could see a lot of signs. You could see 555 a lot, but I feel like you don't actually like sit down and look up, hey, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean for me right now? You know, like stuff like that. So it's like you're getting messages from your spirit guides, okay? It's a very divination based type of abilities. You know, it's not like, you know, you might not necessarily be like clairvoyant, but you get messages. You get like intuitive messages, empathic messages, but you ignore it. You don't fully look up what these messages mean. You just kind of see the numbers and then you just like, ignore it, and that's it, okay? I feel like for you to really unlock these abilities, it's time for you to actually acknowledge the messages that you are getting, like fully acknowledging it. Think of this as like this statue. I guess this is like Aphrodite. You're leaving Aphrodite out in the cold. You're leaving your, you know, higher self out in the cold. They're really trying to connect with you and you're just ignoring them. I feel in your waking life, you may feel like, oh, I don't have any psychic abilities, I don't know what I have, I don't know what I have. I feel like you might really get in touch with this with this energy when you're sleeping, okay? But in the daytime, you know, when the sun is out, you refuse to see. That's what I'm getting. You're refusing to see. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get some more insight for like psychic abilities for pile number 1. I feel like another thing is for you guys, you might have the ability to really channel certain messages without a use of any tools, but you're still depending on tools, okay? Like cards, crystals, all that stuff. Improving health in the reverse. Please clarify that. What do you mean by that? Come on, Spirit. What do you mean by that? Clarify. Improving health in the reverse. Okay. Ask for help from others. Peaceful resolution in the reverse. Okay. Yeah, again, it's like not doing the necessary healing work. Your connection hasn't been resolved yet, so this is blocking your vision, this is blocking your abilities. Ask for help from others. Your spirit guides really want to talk to you guys. They really want to talk to you. These are your abilities. You are like, you could be like a medium in a way, and like a divine medium, not necessarily like talk to dead people, but you can talk to spirit. And yeah, they're really trying to send you messages, guys. They're trying to send you messages. I feel like you're not taking it that seriously with the fun and games, okay? Also think of games as like, you know, playing cards. Like, again, you're not really acknowledging the amount of like real abilities you could really have, because you're just relying too much on tools like cards, crystals, stuff like that. You're not really opening your mind's eye. You're not relying on your own intuition, your own, you know, divine knowledge in a way. All these messages that Spirit's trying to tell you, you ignore them. That's why you probably are like, I feel like I have psychic abilities, but I don't know what they are. It's like you probably do know what they are, but you're not really, you're not listening. You're not taking the necessary steps to learn them, to really hone in on your own skills, okay? Again, surrendering to the divine. That was like the waning crescent was about surrender. Or like, yeah, surrender, recuperation, and rest. And again, with the whole rest card, that again could be talking about like, you could have a lot of vivid dreams. Like, yeah, I just feel a block right now. Like, I'm not seeing anything in my mind's eye right now. I feel very blocked. So yeah, it's a blocked like third eye chakra. I feel like it's almost there. It's almost developing. But again, kind of like expecting it to just show up, you know, like just expecting your abilities to just show up out of nowhere without putting in the work, without doing the acknowledgement, whatever, and like relying too much on tools as like a crutch, a clutch, whatever. It's like, it's hard to read for this pile right now. You may have like a really strong like telepathic communication with your twin flame, with your soulmate, but you don't know how to access it yet. I feel like this is something that's coming. I just feel like when you two actually get together, it's going to be the most intense psychic type of connection. I'll pull a couple more cards just to clarify this a little bit more. Nice burp, so that's confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. So yeah, pile number 1, psychic abilities. Where are those psychic abilities deriving from? The Knight of Swords is like communication. Queen of Wands in the reverse. We have 3 of Swords in the reverse. And 7 of Swords, bottom of the deck. This card talks about forgiveness, optimism, of whether this is something you need to have, because you're probably almost giving up, or you're I feel like you're rushing. You're just like, where are my gifts? Where are my psychic abilities? Why aren't they here? Why aren't they developed? And it's like, give it time, okay? Give it time to develop. It's just not fully there yet, okay? It's like, seriously, I'm not picking up on any like specific abilities, like what I said. Possible telepathic communication with your person. I said when you guys are together, it might be stronger. You know, even if you're just around each other, you can really sense when one is in the room. I feel like you might be able to kind of read people, read the room, which is again very empathic abilities. I feel like that's the kind of stuff that you can really channel. And yeah, just like very vivid dreams. But I feel like, again, you squash on your intuition, you rely too much on outside things like tools, and, you know, maybe you're just like telling your spirit guides, oh, send me a sign, and they're sending you a gazillion signs, but you don't actually like look up what they mean, you know, like you just think that seeing a synchronized number, or, you know, a feather on the ground or a butterfly, that's your message. But it's like, no, actually, like, you know, what were you thinking about when you saw that sign? You know, like that type of thing. And I mentioned this in my my tea talk for the Divine Feminine. That was the last video that I made, where it's like, yeah, you're asking for signs, but then when you get the signs, you're not looking at the signs, you're not reading the signs. Okay? Like, you really need to be open, be more receptive here. Okay? This Queen of Wands, the reverse. It's like a shrinking violet type of energy. I feel like it's very demanding. So yeah, you're just like, I want my abilities, I want it now. I want this sign, I want that sign, you know, but like, you're getting all these signs, but you don't know what to do with them. So like, maybe have like a little chart on you, like a little picture with all the angel numbers, and just be like, okay, I was thinking about this, and then I saw this sign. So, you know, so yeah, it's kind of like almost like a game of cards with your spirit guides. They really communicate with you through sending you like signals and symbols and angel numbers and stuff like that throughout the day as your yes or no answers, basically. But you don't pay attention to them, okay? That's really all I'm getting for pile number 1. So please please pay close attention to the signs that you get to really enhance your psychic abilities, because again, you're very blocked right now, okay? You're very blocked right now. And then please be patient, because if you are in separation with your Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, I feel like once you guys come together, like once you actually come together, you are going to have like an insane psychic ability, like really like clairvoyant, clairsentient, you know, all that stuff. telepathic, it's just going to be heightened. Really open third eye. But for right now, don't rush it. Just look for the signs that your guides are giving you right now. You're not fully there yet. Like, you're not a psychic guru right now. You're still developing your gifts. So if you're feeling, oh, I don't have any gifts, I don't have any gifts, you do, but you need to hone in on them without relying on outside sources, like I kept saying. Okay? So yeah, that's for you, pile number 1, okay? If you like a personal reading, just, it's in my description. You can fill out the form for that. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so that's just the energy I'm picking up for the whole pile, but if you want to look more into it, then just message me, okay? So for those of you who chose pile number 2, your possible psychic abilities, we have Death, which is Scorpio energy, the 9 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, 3 of Wands, Knight of Wands, Star, Ace of Swords in the reverse. We have Cancer, 4th house, Origins, and Solar Eclipse. I am picking up this like healer type of energy with the Star card. With the Death card, it could literally be like mediumship. You know, you could talk to the dead, talk to spirit in general. Notice how in this card, this person's looking out the window and there's like a little shadowy figure that like kind of becomes like a solid person. So yeah, it's like yeah, I feel like you really are very in tune with spirit, both kinds, like, and not just like divine spirit guides, but also, you know, passed on loved ones. Like, they could really be guiding you, especially with the Origins card. It could be people that you've known, you know, when you were younger, like in your childhood, that have passed on, and they kind of guide you a lot. Okay. The Scorpio and Aquarius energy. First of all, there's a lot of solar energy here. Now, the solar eclipse is just a stronger, it's like even stronger energy, more powerful new moon energy. So this is just like setting a clean slate and, you know, just like new beginnings, intentions, all that. And like, you know, the Death card talks about beginnings and endings. This is like the more serendipitous side. I'm getting clairvoyance here, okay? Like, just something about this side of the Death card and the 3 of Wands. It's like looking forward, being able to really like see into the future, or at least visualize it, and also manifesting it. However, at times you could overthink it though with the 9 of Swords. I'm getting like this sixth sense. Well, it's all sixth sense, you know what I mean, but like yeah, it could sometimes transcend into like this feeling of anxiety, like, you know, like the certain things that you see, because again, it's clairvoyance. You could be feeling like it's all illusions, like your mind is playing tricks on you. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Again, with the whole mediumship, because this can talk about energy, and like with the 9 of Swords, you can really pick up on energies in the room, like supernatural energies, okay? I just heard like you could probably connect to a deity or something. you know, like some people, like it's more like witchcraft, but some people like work with deities. So I feel like maybe if you worked with like, you know, Hades or Persephone like that, they could probably help you with manifestation. It's like, it's kind of like a little bit of a dark energy with this pile, but a deity is a deity. It's like energies that would otherwise be dark to other people, I feel like it works in your favor. Okay? Again, just a lot of mediumship and clairvoyance. And yeah, that healing. Like almost like a healing touch. Okay, because like the pentacle, that's like a physical thing, and like the star. Maybe like healing hands. Oh, this Two of Cups, clarified by the Ace of Swords in the reverse. This is like, you know, a lack of clarity and confusion. And this is union. This is, you know, the minor arcana of the Lovers. I kind of feel this is saying like you don't know who you're connecting to, you know? Maybe like whenever you are simply just around anyone, you just feel the spirit of their loved ones, you know, like that type of thing. Like there was a show called like Monica the Medium on E, you know, like a couple years ago. And yeah, she was like, yeah, I'm a medium. And she would just like walk up to random people in public and be like, oh, hi, excuse me, I'm a medium, and like I feel a lot of energy around you. Would you mind if I gave you a reading? Whatever, like that type of thing. So I feel like you can feel other people's energies just by being around them. So it's like, yeah, you don't really know. You don't know these people directly, you know, like they're not your spirit guides, but you have a way of connecting to other people's spirit guides. So like, yeah, you could be a medium. You could really help channel the messages from people's loved ones, like that type of thing. And it kind of makes sense here with like all the 9 swords. I'm kind of just thinking like, imagine each of these swords are like a different spirit guide basically. And again, you're just like, who are all these people? Like, I don't know who any of these people are. You just feel energy. You like, you have like a tingling sensation in your hands or something. Let's look at the Cancer card real quick. Ooh. The Cancer card is just talking about healing again, okay? Let's see what else. I feel this pile is a lot more clear. Like the first pile was really confusing. It was like still developing and all that, but for this pile it seems more clear. So again, mediumship, being able to connect to multiple different spirits, other people's loved ones, people you don't even know. You're able to pick up on energy and spirit just around you, okay? Like just a really in tune mediumship ability. Also, you know, clairvoyance, you know, just kind of like seeing a little bit into the future, being able to visualize things, manifest things, they always come to you. And then just healing abilities, okay? Healing touch, or just, you know, when if you were to talk to someone and be like, hey, I feel a loved one that wants to talk to you, that in itself is very healing because they're getting messages from a loved one. So I feel like it's like if you wanted to like, you know, hone in on this, really master this skill, if you don't already like fully have it mastered, then you could like you know, you could kind of like make like a little business out of this, you know, like just mediumship and just talking to people's loved ones, you know. But yeah, you really feel energy, okay? So you probably vibrate at a very high frequency. There's always feeling newer energies around you. Alright, so that was shorter, but that was clearer, okay? So like sometimes if a pile is short, not necessarily a bad thing because the message was easier to read, okay? So thank you, pile number 2, okay? Mediumship, clairvoyance, healing, all right? That was for you. So I hope that resonated. I hope you enjoyed that. Like a personal reading, my website is in my description. You can message me. And you can also check moon phases, your natal house, and all that stuff. Transits hosted by Astro Charts on my website now. You can do that whenever you want. And you can like, subscribe, and comment down below if this resonated for you. And move on to the last pile. Hello, for those of you who chose the Tiger's Eye bracelet, pile number 3. What are your possible psychic abilities? Okay, with the Moon card, the Temperance, okay, so that's Pisces, Sagittarius, the Queen of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the Fool in the reverse, the World card, King of Wands in the reverse, Nine of Wands in the reverse, Taurus, Virgo in the reverse, and 11th house Society. Okay, so Pisces, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo. A lot of major arcana cards. It's very important. I feel like something about ego, which is very bizarre. I think that might be a lunar eclipse, because yeah, it is the Moon card. So you guys are very transformative people, okay? And I feel like that has a lot to do with your abilities. It's like they are ever transforming. They're ever changing, okay? I'm also getting like Tower energy, the Taurus card, and the whole sudden changes aspect of it. Finding balance. Like Epiphany, ego. The Society card. You can pick up on a lot of people's emotions, people around you. It can be very draining being in public after a long time. You might need to be able to balance, like, what are your emotions and what are someone else's emotions, so that could be an empathic energy. Let's see what else though. Let me see. Thank you, Spirit. Let's clarify pile number 3. Pile number 3, psychic abilities. Give us some more insight. It's very confusing. Oh, too many cards. Okay, so the Knight of Cups in the reverse. I feel like illusions. Okay. Some of you could be like lucid dreamers. And I'm also kind of getting like a very strong magnetism, okay? I feel like that's like an ability that you could have. Just like a very magnetic energy that really draws people in. I'm getting Scorpio energy right now. Look at these. Taurus energy. Taurus, steady, driven, tenacious, patient, which matches with that, persistent, solid, trustworthy, and tasteful. Virgo. It does mention like altruistic, but it's upside down, so I'm looking more at the weaknesses. Obsessive, critical, nitpicky, perfectionist. I'm kind of getting like a magician energy here. Like maybe some of you guys are like an alchemist, okay? Something about this reading, I feel like it's a very physical type of thing that you guys possess here. Very bizarre energy. It's like there's a lot happening here, but I can't quite put my finger on it. It's like a hypnotic energy you guys can have on people. Again, like with the whole like society thing. It's like you can basically make anyone do whatever you want, pretty much, which, again, that reminds you of the Magician card, like when it's in the reverse, it can be like a kind of manipulative energy, and that also goes with the King of Wands in the reverse. Also, I'm seeing a lot of greenery here, so like, you could have this like a very psychic type of connection just with nature, or at least that's like when it's heightened ability. I feel you need to learn how to balance this though, because like again, you don't want to be like hypnotic in like a very manipulative way. I feel like it's like a balance between like this charming magnetism and just basically taking advantage of people, so be careful with that. It's like you can embody just a lot of different like abilities, not just one. Like you could be like, you know, all the Clairs basically, but again, I do feel this like very just earthy nature. It's like you could be affected by water as well as the earth. It's like I just see like there is a balance of signs here, okay? We have like all the signs present. It's like I'm getting like almost like Avatar the Last Airbender, like that type of thing, where it's like, yeah, it's like whether you are aware of it or not, I feel like you really can possess like basically all of the main, you know, psychic abilities. It could even be like ESP, okay? Like it's like more, you know, more in your face about it, you know what I mean? Like you can I feel like you can like touch an object and figure out like the entire story from that object, you know what I mean? Or like if someone were to play like an intuitive game and be like, oh, what color is, like, you know, what color object is under this thing, like, you know, you'll perfectly be able to guess, like, oh, it's red, you know, like that type of thing. I feel like your abilities, like, they're more physical, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like a vague type of thing. It's like, it's almost like a close-up magic trick with you guys. Almost like a, I don't want to say like telekinetic ability. Like I don't know if that's really right. But it does have something to do with just society and how you interact with other people around you. Like you might know what I'm trying to get at here if this is resonating to you, but like again, just something about it being very like in person about your abilities. Some of you guys could be like a starseed or like an indigo child too. I just feel like people around you, they just feel like this this pull towards you and they can't explain it, okay? So yeah, it's like if I were to name something, I would just say like raw magnetism, okay? It's like I don't really know the full name for that. I know that there is like some type of there's like a whole list of psychic abilities basically, but I know there is something where it has to just do with magnetism. Like, you guys might be able to benefit from using tools. Or even like I'm getting more like witchcraft with you guys, like rainwater, you know, charged in the moonlight, you know, that type of thing. Like you might be able to do like spells, you know, like figuring out messages and acting it out from spells or sigils or Reiki healing, like stuff like that, like very physical, earthly type of spell work. I'm also hearing like scrying, like, you know, you might be able to look into a black mirror or a crystal ball and just see into someone's future. Again, like, you guys will benefit from using tools, okay? You know, burning sage, yeah, using a crystal ball, using rainwater, candles, like Reiki candles, Reiki healing, crystals, just like stuff like that, physical stuff like that, okay? So yeah, if you're more into like witchcraft, I feel like that's really gonna help you out here, okay? This got burp confirmation, so even though I'm just like confusing myself, I guess I came back on track here. Because again, the cards are gonna fall out how they will. You might be able to connect with some deities as well. I kind of mentioned that for the last pile, but I feel like for you guys, you really could benefit from doing that. Like, there's a lot of major arcanas here. I'm getting like a prophet type of energy too. Like imagine this, like I said, the whole objects thing. Imagine if someone brought you a picture and they were like, okay, tell me about this person. Like, you know, and then you just put your hand on the picture, you close your eyes, and then you basically can just like tell a lot about somebody. Like, you could have like retro cognizance, or again, like just a very strong sense when you actually physically touch something. Like a physical object, okay? Like touch. She's sitting on the throne. Touch, okay? Touch. So yeah, I feel like that makes sense. It's like, yeah, you can pick up the whole backstory of an object by looking at it, by touching it, by really focusing on it, like that. I feel like that's your ability, that's your gift. You can look at a picture of someone and feel whether it's like a negative, dark energy or like a lighthearted energy. You can, it's like you're suddenly there, you know, you're suddenly around these people if you look at a picture, even though you've never met these people before in your life, okay? I feel like that is you. It's very interesting. Okay. Gosh, that took a minute to come out though, but yeah. Yeah, so pile number 3, you can connect with objects. You can figure out an entire backstory from touching an object, looking at an object. That's like, those are like the type of psychics that like work for police, you know, detectives, where they're like, oh, tell us about the layout of this house, tell us about like who's lived there, or, you know, or hey, look at this picture and tell us what you see or what you feel, okay? Like, again, like a retrocognizance. You can I don't know the name of this, but it's like you can connect to a place, okay? That's what I was trying to say, but like I just don't know the name of it, but there's a whole list of things, but I do know that is a thing though. Like literally, you could work for detectives. You know, again, it's very much like an interpersonal type of ability that you have. Okay. Okay. That's about it. But I hope that made sense toward the end. Okay, pile number 3. So yeah, channeling objects, magnetism, like around other people, hypnotic type of ability, psychic cognizance through objects, through touching objects, looking at an object, focusing on an object, a level of ESP. It's like a very magician type of energy, a very alchemist type of ability you guys have, okay? So hopefully you guys stuck it out through that, because yeah, I was very confused for a minute, but yeah, that's you. If you would like to get a personal reading, description has my website. You can fill out a form right through there. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment down below how it resonated, and just let me know, okay? But yeah, that is all. I'll see you guys next time.